Breaking news. Tensions escalate as U.S. deploys advanced nuclear submarine to Guantanamo Bay in response to Russian naval buildup in Havana. In a startling escalation of tensions reminiscent of a bygone era, the United States has dispatched an advanced class nuclear submarine to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, in response to Russia's recent deployment of battleships and nuclear submarines to Havana, Cuba. The move has sent shockwaves through the international community, raising fears of a potential military confrontation between the two nuclear powers. The decision to deploy the advanced nuclear submarine, known for its stealth capabilities and advanced weaponry, underscores the seriousness of the situation. The United States has made it clear that it will not stand idly by in the face of Russian aggression and provocation in its own backyard. The sudden militarization of the region has sparked concerns of a new Cold War, with both sides engaging in a dangerous game of brinkmanship. The deployment of such advanced military assets to the region has raised the stakes to unprecedented levels, leaving many wondering if a peaceful resolution can still be achieved. Guantanamo Bay, long a symbol of controversy and tension between the United States and Cuba, has now become the focal point of this dangerous standoff. The presence of a powerful nuclear submarine in its waters serves as a stark reminder of the potential for catastrophic consequences should diplomacy fail and tensions escalate further. Meanwhile, in Havana, Russia's show of force with the deployment of battleships and nuclear submarines has only added fuel to the fire. The strategic significance of Cuba as a potential staging ground for military operations has not been lost on either side, further complicating an already volatile situation. As the world watches with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this crisis, the specter of a potential military conflict looms large. The stakes could not be higher, with the potential for widespread devastation and loss of life in the event of hostilities breaking out. Diplomatic efforts are underway behind the scenes to defuse the situation and prevent a catastrophic escalation. The international community is calling for restraint and urging both sides to step back from the brink before it is too late. In these uncertain times, the world holds its breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this dangerous game of military posturing and brinkmanship. The fate of millions hangs in the balance as the United States and Russia stand on the precipice of a potential conflict with unimaginable consequences. As the situation continues to unfold, the global community remains on edge, with leaders and diplomats working tirelessly to find a path towards de-escalation and peace. The potential for miscalculation or miscommunication leading to a catastrophic chain of events is a constant concern, underscoring the urgency for a diplomatic resolution to the crisis. The deployment of advanced military assets by both the United States and Russia in such close proximity has heightened tensions to levels not seen in decades. The risk of a direct military confrontation, with the possibility of nuclear weapons coming into play, is a chilling prospect that must be avoided at all costs. The people of Cuba, caught in the middle of this geopolitical standoff, are living in a state of fear and uncertainty as they witness the escalating military presence in their waters. The specter of conflict looming over their homeland serves as a harsh reminder of the fragility of peace and the destructive power of war. In the midst of this crisis, calls for dialogue and diplomacy have grown louder, with many urging both the United States and Russia to engage in meaningful negotiations to defuse the situation. The need for open communication and a willingness to find common ground has never been more urgent. The international community, including the United Nations and key allies of both nations, have been working tirelessly to facilitate dialogue and find a peaceful resolution to the crisis. The stakes are simply too high for the world to stand by and watch as tensions continue to escalate towards a potentially catastrophic outcome. As the advanced nuclear submarine remains stationed in Guantanamo Bay and Russian warships patrol the waters off Havana, the world holds its breath, hoping for a breakthrough that will avert disaster. The future of global security and stability hangs in the balance, with the actions taken in the coming days and weeks carrying profound implications for generations to come. In this critical moment, the need for cool heads and wise leadership has never been more pressing. The fate of millions rests on the decisions made by those in power, and the world watches anxiously, hoping that reason and diplomacy will prevail over conflict and destruction.